go on and do the tier listing.
Okay.
And what is tier listing, right? So you guys, this is actually the last part of today's show already. Tier listing is, to put simply, ranking your specific heroes
Yep.
and examining if they are viable for competitive play and what kind of a tier they are. Right, so here we go.
So we're actually going to go with the assassins first.
Okay,
so the
good
most,
stuff.
I would say the most important role in the overall in the game, because they are very squishy, except for some of them, specifically like Illidan and Reina, a bit special and different in a certain sense because of the skill set.
Right.
But overall, assassins, they are more squishy, but they deal a lot of damage.
Correct.
And
So
they are the carry for the team, so to speak. Without an assassin, it's really hard to win a game.
right, so this list here is being created by us, but really it's our independent opinion.
Yep.
It's also based on some feedback from competitive teams in Southeast Asia. This is how we rank it. You might have your own opinion. Feel free to argue back. It's fine.
Yep,
That
of
said,
course.
assassins. Okay, they are called assassins, but that's actually prioritized by Blizzard, rather grouped up by Blizzard. So they don't really all mean the same thing. Some of them are a little bit different.
Of
And
course.
And yeah, so in case you guys are wondering, tier 1 means the best tier. They are the godlike tiers. They are the to-go picks in draft. So you're playing Heroes League, you want to pick those heroes instead of tier 2 or 3. 2 is okay for some situation. We feel that it's kind of questionable, but because they've got some weaknesses, but still okay. Tier 3 is do not pick them unless you know what you're doing, unless you're absolutely sure.
Yeah.
Tier 9000, if you pick them,
Good luck.
you're just trolling.
Yes.
You're screwed. So that's it. That's it. We are now going into
So more in depth.
First tier, alright.
For the first tier.
So we got Vala, Tychus, and Felstad ranked in tier 1.
Yep.
And this tier is nicely contributed by Teddy as well as myself. More on Teddy's. So Vala is very good in competitive play because you really have got that strength, and really the fact that Vala is very hard to die.
Yes.
You have double vault, and also the fact that you also got a Bolt of the Storm. It's really hard for Vala to really not get the prime positioning in any engagement.
Yep, definitely.
Personally, I feel that Tychus Felstad belongs in this tier more than Vala, because Tychus has got very good synergy with Rega. You have got that Odin, which virtually means a second life.
Yep.
And you also got Felstad, which really just gives you great damage. And now with Felstad's rework, we may not see Felstad in tier 1 still,
Yeah.
because they might do a bit of a adjustments here. But for Felstad, the main reason why he's tier 1 is because of the shock and all. Good AoE, and also great mobility over big maps.
Yep,
They
definitely
take
the
flight
fight.
skill.
Yeah. So one thing, just to be certain, so this tier 1, as she has mentioned, is all the competitive picks, and Vala will be almost 100% picked by any team, because mainly of he's mentioned the mobility, but also one thing to take note is the heroic talent. He has two choices, one for super DPS or one for a hard CC to help your team. So like there's a bit of variation right there. So like more of the things though comes down to what the heroic talent can do for most of the heroes.
Yep.
So for Tychus, one thing is you mentioned the second life, but not to forget his Omega Laser, his Pew Pew Beam
Alright.
as well. It will help guard places. Like for example, for Dragon Knight, it became quite useful in that sense.
Right.
And Felstad, well, he has the stun, but no one uses it because the delay is too long and doesn't really have that much of an impact.
Good stuff.
Overall.
Yeah,
So
agree.
the shock and all is much better pickup.
Right.
So for tier 2 Nova, it's more of the invincibility that gives her the being viable, so to speak. Just now you saw she scouted all you guys, you didn't notice she was in the brush, and she led to a free team fight where all the ultimates came all together from
Correct.
heroic talent. Yeah, definitely. And she has very high burst, a bit lack of mobility, so most people take the blink at level 20 so that she can survive. But most importantly is the ability to scout as well as snipe someone down.
Right.
So we haven't seen that much play in Southeast Asia actually.
Yeah, well, Illidan is a lot more popular in EU,
EU,
and
yeah.
NA, really because they are much more. It's a very skill intense kind of hero.
Yeah.
And Illidan is a very squishy guy, but to me, Illidan is the kind of hero that goes in one direction. Either you go full on aggro and you don't retreat, or you retreat and you don't even engage.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So that said, we also got Zeratul, and Zeratul is just like Nova. They're just basically stealth heroes. The main reason why they're in tier 2 for me is because Illidan is squishy, Nova and Zeratul. The moment you have Tessada, which is a very good support being picked up, they are gonna get scouted up very easily,
Yeah.
which is bad because Oracle reveals all invisibility stuff right now. It used to be only heroes, but they reveal everything.
Yep. So for the side of Zeratul, though, most importantly with the heroic talent, where he has the Void Prison, this what makes him so good as well. I didn't know actually until I played the game, if you're actually standing at the capture point of the mercenary camp, if he casts Void Prison, you don't catch it at all. You can
Yeah.
walk over to it and catch it. I lost the game because of that, because I lost the boss.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so it was like really
It's
frustrating. I
it's
didn't know about
definitely
that after
Zeratul in
Yeah.
competitive play is all VPs. The Void Prison is the main thing to go for.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try and lock people out of gameplay. But yeah, tier 3 are heroes that are not tried and tested. For me, Raynor, it's kind of tried and tested before because some of the teams in C actually played Raynor.
Yep.
And they made it work, mainly because of Hyperion. You know, you really
Yes.
deny teams from going in to get tribute in Cursed Hollow and to turn
Turning
in
coins
coins,
as well,
yeah,
to lose
at
for the
Black
black.
Pay. Nice how we got that
Yeah.
at the same time.
Mhm.
But yeah, Jaina and Kerrigan as well. Kerrigan is just not really the best assassin in my opinion,
Yep.
because you have a lot of things that can do a lot more than Kerrigan. But if you look at the whole list here, she's only one of two that actually has got a real good stun.
Yep.
Vala doesn't have a stun. The rest of them don't have anything that remotely looks like a stun. Kerrigan has got one stun, the Primal Grabs there. And Jaina is the other one.
It does a lot of damage, but the problem that
Jaina is slow,
right
not
now,
stun, my bad, yeah.
Well, not really. Well, I
Yeah,
suppose
it's
you
slow.
call it
It's
stun,
it's like her trait. Every single skill ends up in a slow.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. So please carry on.
Sorry. So for Jaina, it's more of the mobility problem. I mean, she does have the Ice Prison. I believe it's called Ice Prison. Your favorite skill.
No, it's Ice Block.
Ice Block. Yes. That really helps her out in all those fights. But the problem is that when she gets caught off guard, especially your opponent has a Nova, like free foot. Until you reach the stage where you have Ice Block, it's really hard to run away from assassins. That's one of the things which put Jaina at tier 3 currently. I mean, she's also a new hero, so to speak, was banned out from competitive play. So you're going to see whether she will come out more in this for the CBT especially.
Alright, then that's it. We're now going to look at a Warrior. So for Warrior, this is our list. For sure, tier 1 is Arthas and Tyrael. And tier 2, we got Stitches, Diablo, and Anub Arak. Tier 3, Muradin, Sonya. Tier 9000, Churn, and ETC. So let's start with tier 1. Arthas, you could see Arthas there in the last game. Great tank. Really is a snowball hero. And if you look at the whole list of, strength, or rather, warriors here, Arthas is one of those that's got, consistency. He's got a stun.
Yep.
He's got slow. And I think that he's also got, never-ending life because he's got that race state, Army of Ghoul,
Yep.
and he can heal very easily. Ethereal is my personal favorite hero. I really like him a lot because he can fly very quickly, and generally you have Ethereal just with one of the better stuns in the entire game. For
Definitely.
Arthas, it's good because Arthas has got that stun that's not ultimate. He can use it anytime in the game,
Yep.
even since level 1, he can gank very easily. For Ethereal, it's a different thing. Ethereal can be built in terms of damage. He does a lot more damage, and you've got that Sanctuary ultimate, which no one uses in competitive play, but Judgment is the one that everyone uses for
Yes.
that 1.5 second stun. So let's cover tier 2.
Yeah, so tier 2 is very quickly, it's just more of the ability for the overall stunts and also being very tanky. But the problem with them is that they, as we mentioned, Arthas and Tyrael, they do just a better job overall. Yeah, in terms of Stitches, it's still okay if you land a hook, so it's more of the late game play where you catch one person out, you end the game from there on. For tier 3 though, Muradin and Sonya, they just lackluster overall currently. They do lots of damage or can be very tanky, but it's very hard for them to do both at the same time. So that's why they lose out slightly compared to the other two. And lastly, your favorite tier 9000.
Yeah, I really like that. Churn, he is not really good for competitive play simply because the skills that he provides are kind of for fun. And it's like he it's like he does have some utility skills and he can tank most damage. That's right. But as a warrior, you're looking at utility. You're looking at crowd control. You're looking at contributing to the team fight rather than just taking damage. So that's where the rest of the heroes can do a lot better than he does. And for ETC, he's got great crowd control. But the problem with ETC is that he just doesn't have life, and he is not tanky enough. And basically, other than his, mosh pit,
yes.
everything else is really bad.
Yeah.
Mosh pit is good, but the problem with mosh pit is that there's a wind-up. And it's easily cancelled by competitive players because, one Illidan flies in and you're done.
Yep.
Or even better, you just have Diablo pop his Apocalypse and you're done.
Yep.
So there's nothing that you could do against that kind of, tier. And when
Yeah,
you pick
so-
ETC, your opponent's going to pick Diablo. So that's where you really want to make sure that you pick ETC at the end, or if you have second pick, you might just want to consider that, but there's still so many things that are better than ETC.
Definitely. So moving on, we will have the support list. So this is maybe your favorite. Lily is right there, tier 9000.
Yeah.
just
All right. Let
later.
me do the tier 1 here. I
Yes,
really
good.
want to explain this. Uther and
Definitely.
Tassadar. The main reason why Uther is tier 1 is because Uther has got a lot of heal, and really the fact that you got, again, team fight centric stuff. You got that big Divine Storm. Right, it's called
Yes.
Divine Storm, and it really no one adds Divine Shield. I mean, come on, Divine Storm if you go level 28 talent, you can actually expand the radius. It's so big, it helps to set team fight.
Yep.
As a support, you not just heal, but you also help set team fight. That's really good for Uther. And the best part is when he dies, he can still harass tribute
Yep.
stuff. He can also harass your dragon shrine popping stuff. For Tassadar, he's there because he is a huge counter against Nova and Zeratul. That's all. He's there for that, and also the fact he's got heal. And also coupled with the fact that Tassadar can be played a little bit more aggressively in the terms of being attacky wise. You
Yep.
can go Archon with Bloodlust, which brings me to tier 2. Brightwing is only good in certain situations. I've seen a big, that Everlast Wind or something. It's called that ultimate Emerald Wind.
Everwind.
Right, so sorry. Emerald Wind, you can push people away, disengage, you can also snatch camps very easily.
Yep.
Rhaegar is there because of that Bloodlust
Bloodlust.
combo and really the heal. Ancestral healing not really used in competitive play.
Yep.
But for Brightwing, you only pick that. I really like Brightwing in Haunted Mines because
Definitely.
it's the only thing that can fly from on top to
Bottom.
underground quickly.
Mhm.
Rhaegar on the
Rhaegar.
flip side is good for big maps, good for big team fight. You can
Yep.
go for the Bloodlust combo with Rhaegar, Tassadar, and Tychus,
Mhm.
and I think that's very good.
Okay, so for tier 3, Malfurion is there. He is the best healer in the game so far. He's better than Lee to a certain extent, especially when he gets the ultimate. The problem is that his other skills are not great enough to put him high above. As you can see just now, his skill, especially if we do take the binding upgrade, takes too long to cast out. Needs to
Yep.
be comboed really well with other people. And for the Cell of Surrender, it's the same thing. Her stance is really short. Not really short, really small, unless you take the upgrade for her talent. And so she has the ability to scout. But at the same time, Tassadar does a better job because it reveals invisibility. Even though it's a smaller area, but it's still much better utility and easier to use. So last but not least, we have Lily currently at tier 9000 cost. She is, after the overhaul,
Yeah, this is actually before the overhaul.
Before the overhaul,
We
yeah,
make
so
this
after the
list before
overhaul,
that.
we're going to see how well she plays out. So we can see the heal is slightly better, damage is slightly better.
Right.
But personally, currently, I don't think she replaced anyone just yet. But I'll definitely wait for competitive players to
I mean,
correct me.
previously she's there because there is just so many other things that's better than Lily.
Mhm.
And the problem I have with her is that when you pop 1,000 jugs, the healing skill, you cannot use anything else.
Mhm.
And that's a problem because you can't attack, you can only heal. Although the heal is pretty much,
Yep.
quite a lot. But in that instance, people can burst you down.
Yeah.
And in competitive play, it's all about bursting, it's all about getting that extra advantage. So Lily is not good in that sense.
Yep.
That said, let's go on to Specialists, where we have the last type of hero in Heroes of the Storm.
The thing that sets Heroes of Storm apart as well, they have a very specific job task for the side of specialists.
Yeah, so for specialists, here we go. We got tier 1 Nazeebo. For me, Nazeebo is not a real specialist. Nazeebo is an assassin.
Currently,
You
yeah.
really just pop that Ravenous Spirit and it just goes, ham on your opponent. That's all you do
Yep.
for that. On the flip side, you have also Nazeebo with some utility skills, and that's a zombie walls, which I feel is pretty good. Other than that, I think that we have tier 2, which includes a few heroes here.
Yeah, we will have Arbiter as well as Zagara. So Arbiter we see more playing competitive because especially helps push the lane without having any hero there. At the same time, we most importantly had the ultimate evolution before this. But now with the adjustment though, with the monstrosity, it's going to be interesting to see how players switch it out. Because now you no longer have the heroic ability of the evolution. So we might see more players stick to monstrosity and be a different pushing strategy overall as well as different play. So we might see him go up to top tier or not, actually. It depends really well on what
Correct.
the competitive players think. So next we have Zagara. Zagara is mainly there because overall control of places as well as the pushing power she has. Especially you saw in the game just now when she summons the Mutalisk, it's flying, it follows you everywhere, especially stopping you from taking objectives of recalling since it travels really fast as well. So that's why Zagara is up there in comparison to Asmodan as well as Gaslow and Surgeon Hammer. So in tier 3 you can see all three of them are there is because they have really good long range capabilities or power to capture camps, but they don't excel anywhere else that much. So Asmodan is still new. We couldn't get to see for competitive play because of the release, but overall the skill set of the pushing though, it seems to be a mix of Arbiter together with Zagara in my opinion. That's why he's stuck in between, not really going anywhere just yet. But sort of Gasglow though is more of like capturing camps, that's one thing. The pushing power is still there, definitely, especially with the change in the heroic talent though. If you pick it up for I forgot what's it called, but the ability that boosts your damage towards towers and structures, it becomes a passive now. You don't even need to use it, just automatically you have it. So that's one thing we're going to see whether it changes in competitive play. And Surgeon Hammer, except for the Siege though, doesn't really bring that much to the table.
Right. And last but not least, Murky, you never pick that hero in any game at all unless you are a big, Murloc fan.
Well,
But
in the early phases of Alpha, you see a lot of Murky,
yeah.
and that's why it got nerfed till it's dead currently, I would say.
Yeah, alright, so that's it. Generally, specialists are not being picked up in competitive play because you really want that early game advantage. As you can see in the game that I played before just now, it's about the fact that you gank, and when you play a spec, you're one man down.
Yep.
You are just 4 versus 5, and I think that that's where it's pretty challenging. The whole team needs to be built around the specialist, which is why everyone don't really play that. But that said, there's still some maps which really heavily slant in favor for specialists. That includes the latest Sky Temple.
Yeah,
I think that's a pushing map, and really that's where you have I think Abathur quite good with the monstrosity. You know, it can afford to take some damage from the Temple Guardians. But yeah, so that's it. We are now done, and we will go back to our faces here. Great. And that's it. That would summarize the stream for today. We effectively covered what's in CBT and some tier listing we did for you guys in case you are looking to join the Heroes League real soon. I just showed you how difficult it is to play Heroes League and how bad it is that that you really need a team to play that. But yeah, and I'm stuck at rank 50, so I hope I don't get stuck in what they call Elo hell,
so to speak. So most importantly as well, we could see from these games, you could see the defining feature that makes it different from other MOBAs like Horn or League of Legends. That's why Blizzard will call it a hero brawler, is it?
Yeah, it's a brawler. It's
brawler,
not really a MOBA. But
not
you
really a
know,
MOBA,
to me
but
it's still a MOBA, and I'm just being real, alright?
Okay.
So when you put 5v5, it's a MOBA to me. I'm just street guy.
Street guy.
Okay, so in
cool
general,
idea.
new hero, bought that, really good, just not my cup of tea. And we got, I'm just making excuses, but yeah, that's it. We had a good time today. We hope you guys enjoy this stream, and we will be doing more streams in the future as well in this channel, so do follow this channel. And if you are looking for places where you can follow us, my personal Facebook page is down there. It's Babelcast, and for Teddy Tibus, it's Gamer Teddy Tibus below his IGN as well. And that's it. That brings us to an end here tonight, and I'd like to also do a bit of shout out. So we've got some beta keys here for giveaway. If you haven't gained access to the game, let us know in the Twitch chat, and we will nicely send you the keys. The keys are still you're not able to lock in the game with the keys today, but you will be able to gain access to the game over the course of 1 to 2 weeks when the keys actually come to our hands. So we have been given a quota to give away for today's game. So hope you guys let us know who hasn't joined the game yet. Let me know as well. If you got friends, let us know how many keys you need. We'll try and give you guys the amount of keys. That's it. This is going to conclude the stream tonight. We're really hungry. We're done with the stream. I had fun. I got trashed really badly.
No.
Teddy,
not that bad.
a lot better player than I am. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Let's say this is Babel as well as Teddy Tibus. See you guys in a short while. I mean, in a long while. We'll be back again.
You're so eager to please.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be having a stream at the end of the month, and that
Yep.
would be a interesting showcase. So that's it. Hope to see you guys there and then.
Yep.
Have a
See
good
you
night, guys.
Good night.